Okay. So the first card we have is experiencing. This is what you're going to be thinking of, possibly thinking about in the beginning of the month. You might be thinking about your experiences and how you live your life, how you're feeling on day-to-day life, and how you're experiencing. How do you experience your work, your day-to-day life, your family, your the things that are important to you, the things that are not important to you. And you're going to be thinking about this in a beautiful way, about how you are interacting in this world and what does it mean to you and how does it feel when you interact in this world, okay, and in your day-to-day life. So you're going to be going deep, possibly thinking about things like that. And then you might be acting in a suppressed manner. This is a card of suppression. And then this is in the position of the way you're going to be acting out. Okay. Your actions, your, how you're going to be responding to things. So you might be acting and responding in a way this month, at the beginning of this month. You might be avoiding possibly some things or situations. You might be hesitating, kind of a stuck feeling, a heaviness, unable to really get that energy to possibly move forward and take action in regards to some type of situations, possibly. You might be holding on to some hidden subconscious some emotions that you might be hiding from yourself. This is the subconscious. Unconscious mind, where we ignore stuff. We don't want to face reality. We ignore it. We blow it off. But if we blow something off too many times, or we ignore something, when we actually are supposed to be recognizing it and actually paying attention to it, so we can then transmute it, transform it, heal it, change it, then we do get bogged down by it. I mean, if you look at this person, they have ropes all over their body. They're just like knotted up and bound by these, all these ropes. So sometimes we do this, when we don't want to deal with, we don't want to do the work, or we don't want to deal with reality. Maybe we're just too afraid to deal with reality. This is a card of being afraid of dealing with the reality of our life, the reality of situations, and we don't want to believe it. Maybe the reality of it is too hard to deal with. Maybe it hurts too much to recognize. And therefore, we do tend to sometimes blow it off and push it away. But we can only push something away for so long. If we keep ignoring something and keep pushing it off and keep pretending as if it doesn't exist, then we end up one day with all this bogged down blockage. And the blockage is actually going to stop us in the future from evolving. We are here to evolve, right? We're here to evolve. We're here to grow. We're here to learn. And it's not fun sometimes, let me tell you. So anyway, you might be ignoring situations, is what I mean by this card. You might be ignoring situations or not wanting to deal with the reality of things in your life right now, this month, or the beginning of this month. And the next card is sharing. What a beautiful card. So you're feeling very generous. You're feeling really generous. You might have some money. You might be doing well financially right now. And you might have a lot to give. So you might be giving to your family and friends. You might be making a beautiful dinner and sharing that love and that, just sharing and giving to all the people that you really care and love. Because you have a lot to give, and therefore you're going to do it. If it doesn't have to do with money, you're just going to be giving of your beautiful, lovely self, the way Cancer always does. Cancer is so nurturing, so generous, so healing. And here you are. You're going to be feeling like you really want to give this week, these couple weeks. So that's really beautiful and generous. And the outcome is for these three cards of energies is this beautiful maturity card. It's like you're realizing something very important about yourself and growing, and you're becoming more evolved, and you are becoming more mature, and you are growing and evolving, and that's wonderful. I mean, we all should be doing this, right? But you're doing it in such a way where you're coming to maybe even a new level. This is a rainbow card. This is a very significant card. So it's significant, whatever this maturity is that you're evolving to. Maybe, you've been evolving and maturing for a while, but now you've reached a high level to where all your chakras are aligning. You've completed maybe a big cycle in some kind of learning and lessons and maturity, to where you're getting this beautiful, harmonious and beautiful glow and radiance and maturity. So that's fantastic, you guys. That is pretty nice. Okay, so Cancer, let's see what else we have for you in your real reading here, the main reading. I have this energy that's kind of like floating around your main reading here is this beautiful Ace of Swords. So Cancer, it looks like there's some clarity that's coming in and some truth. There is some absolute beautiful truth that's coming to you as a gift. You're getting some beautiful clarity that maybe you've been wanting, or maybe you've been needing, but you are getting this clarity, and this information is coming to you somehow. And, it's really going to give you some enlightenment and help you out. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Oh my gosh. So Cancer, this is what you are striving for in this month of March. You're really wanting this happiness, this freedom. You don't want any ties or problems or things that stop you. You just want to be yourself, and you want to be genuine, and you just want to be free. And this is what, you just want to be that child, that independent little kid that just doesn't worry about anything, because you don't have to worry, because you're protected, because you're that young, innocent person that has freedom to be free, to be happy, and enjoy, the moment, the day, in such a way as like you were a child when you were a child. And if this is not you wanting this for yourself, then you might have a grandchild or a child of your own. And your child, maybe you want you and your child to be very happy. Maybe this is what you're looking for right now. So this is something you're striving for this month in the beginning, and this is something you definitely are looking for. And the center of your reading, we have an earth sign here. So we have a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. If it's not an earth sign, it could be none of the above, or it could be somebody with that, earth in their chart. So it actually could be even you, Cancer. It doesn't have to be an earth sign, or it could be an earth sign with, maybe you have earth in your chart. This could be a mother figure. It could be a mother, grandmother, an older, person in your life. But this person's not stable right now. Financially, they're not stable. Emotionally, they're not stable. And they don't have a lot to give right now because they're depleted. So emotionally and financially, or either or both, there is some kind of lack here of this for this energy. There's some kind of weak foundation. Okay. There's something missing. There's just something not right here about this foundation. And the other energy we have for the center of your reading is the Fool. So you guys are going to be wanting to branch out. You're wanting to do something independently on your own. You want to try something independently new for yourself, something new you haven't tried before. And this newness is giving you a beautiful sense of wonderment and joy and excitement and enthusiasm and feeling of being alive. So you might be going off and traveling, actually. Even you guys might be traveling. You might be planning a trip. You might want to be trapped. You might want to go travel. But you're definitely wanting, and this is coming in for you. So this is going to happen. I guess it's going to be this March, the beginning of March here. Something new is going to be happening for you. You're going to be starting something new. And in your recent past, we have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is in reverse. So this is telling me that in the past, you really came up against a lot of obstacles and challenges, and you didn't really feel like you made it. You gave up. I think you gave up is what happened. I think you worked through a lot of challenges and you decided, you know what, this is way too much stress. This is too much challenges. It's not worth it. And maybe you decided to say, you know what, I'm going to give this a break. I'm not going to try so hard. I'm not going to push. Maybe you were pushing yourself or others were pushing you and it was just too much. So I think you just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to give it a break. I'm not going to push myself, and I give up. Or you're mad and you're just like, I give up. I tried my best. It didn't happen, or things aren't working out. So you might have just given up in the past. And this could have been in regards to anything having to do with work, achieving something, planning something, moving forward in a very action-oriented way with plans or something like that. It looks like you put a halt to it. You put maybe a delay. You stop progress at some point. So you did in the past stop something from happening. But I see now you're not. In the past, maybe you put a halt, but right now in March, you're moving forward. And this is what you have right now towards yourself. This is something that is going on right now with you. So with you, Cancer, you're in a situation right now where you do need to make an emotional decision. You feel like you need to make a decision about something, and you feel like you're not able to do it. You're not able to make a decision because you don't have enough information. You wish you could make a decision. You feel the pressure. You feel like you need to make a decision because you're stuck. You're not really moving forward. You're kind of like, in a stagnation, not really stagnation, but it's more of it's not a good energy because it's not flow. It's not flowing. So because it's not flowing, it's weighing on you, and it's creating, we don't want to hold on to stuff, right? We want clarity and freedom, and we want to move forward in our life. So something's caused you or is causing you to feel like you don't have a choice, and that maybe you're emotionally thinking, maybe you're like, one day you're thinking, okay, I want this. And the next day you're saying you want something else. So maybe you're changing your mind a lot. But if it's not that you're changing your mind, it's that you just aren't sure, which, because it's almost like you're looking at it like both situations are bad. Neither one of them are going to be good. So you're kind of like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Because I don't want either decision. Everything's bad. Okay. But what I do see here is the Ace of Swords is here. Okay. This is a miracle. This is like instant clarity from God, from your angel, out of the blue. Bam, ba-bam. Clarity, 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 insight, information, communication, positiveness. And this is what everybody wants. We want clear thinking, and we want to know what's going on. Here, you don't know anything. You're kind of like in a bad position, okay? But it's okay. So if this is how you're feeling, take some time. Take some time. It could be that, this suppression card is here. And it's in your taking action section. And I was mentioning earlier that you may not be able to take action towards situations right now because you're blocked. Well, this is why, this does block you when you're feeling this way. So I'm not sure what it is exactly right now. We can pull some more cards, but I wouldn't worry about it too much right now, because if you are worried, because I see positiveness here moving forward, but emotionally, or so this is more like physically moving forward, taking a chance, taking action, going forward. But this is more of an emotional decision. This is more of feelings and emotions. So it's kind of more of an internal type of struggle within yourself. And it may or may not have anything to do with this. And how you're seeing this whole situation is this. You're feeling it. You guys are feeling the magic. You're feeling ready. You're feeling ready. You're feeling like you're going to be happy, independent, capable of doing anything. You have all the resources you need, okay? You have the money, the time, the knowledge, and you are looking at the situation, even though there's a little bit of this. Maybe this clarity is what's gonna set you off, okay, to give you the last piece of information you need, okay? Maybe this is gonna clear this up, and this is going to give you the magic, the resources, the perfect alignment in order to create this brand new start, this brand new beginning that you're wanting, and to be able to manifest this freedom, happiness, success. I mean, this is the best card. I haven't seen this card, by the way. It came up for another sign, and for March. I forgot what sign it was. I'm sorry. But I was just saying in that video, I haven't seen the Sun card in a long time, and it's so good that it's showing up in the reading. So I'm really, you guys are really looking at this as a positive manifestation to move forward. Now, anybody else involved in this situation, you guys, they're looking at it like, they may be hiding the way they feel. They may be holding back their emotions. And maybe you're sensing that because you're like, I don't understand what's going on here, you know? You're kind of in the dark. You're kind of confused. You're not feeling like, you know, you're not feeling like there's any clarity. But again, we do have this clarity card coming in later. So, but right now, you're looking at it like this, like you're like, this is a green light. You're going to go, you're going to manifest, you're going to be successful. But the other person involved in this, if there is somebody else involved in this situation or outsiders, okay, looking in at you, they're thinking, oh no, they might be trying to set you up. They might be trying to frame you. They might be trying to take something from you, take your ideas, take your, they may be trying to manipulate you, and make you look bad. Okay. So they might be trying to do some sneaky business, or they're looking at this situation like, they're not going to be honest with you, or vice versa. They're thinking that you are lying to them. They think you're being deceitful. They think you're trying to set them up. They think you're trying to, set up a whole scene and then, make this person look bad. So it's either way, okay? But you're looking at it like this. Somebody else is looking at it like that. So it's not, you have two little bit of differences there. And this is this is the Page of Cups, and this is in your hopes and fear section. So it's, it's most likely a younger person. It could be your child. It could be a child. It could be a relative, but it could be a friend. It could be a lover. It could be somebody you want to date. But, at this point, this person is in reverse. So this person's overly emotional. They're very needy. Okay. They're very needy. They don't have a lot to offer you. Okay. They're the ones who needs some help. And this is in your hopes and fears. So I think you're afraid of being too this could be you. You're afraid that somebody or yourself might become a little bit needy. You know what I mean? That needy feeling where you're super emotional and you need help and support from everybody around you, and you just can't get enough because you can't fill up your own cup with your own emotions and love, because you're so depleted right now that you need everybody else. So you might be sucking and up, or this person might be anyway, or you're afraid that this person's going to come around you, or you're afraid that you're going to have to help somebody out that's really in a bad situation. Maybe that scares you. I'm not sure, And the outcome of this reading is we have the King of Wands in reverse. This is a male or female because this is a general reading. So it could be either or. And this is somebody who does not want to move forward. They don't want to participate. They may be a little bit controlling. They may be like, it's my way or the highway. They may be controlling and stubborn, and they may be saying that they're not going to move forward because they're upset with you, or they want their way, and unless they get it, they're not going to move forward. So this is somebody possibly getting involved here, or somehow mixed into the situation, and then you have this Queen here, and she's in reverse. She's on her negative side. She's not feeling stable. She's not feeling secure right now. And maybe it's you, maybe you're not feeling secure, and maybe it's because of this person or this person or this person.